Have you ever felt like life is just one big game and somehow you're always on the losing side? Well, if you have, you're not alone, because that's exactly how Henry Palfrey feels in the 1960 British comedy school for Scoundrels. This film is all about learning how to turn the tables, and let's just say it's an absolute masterclass in wit, charm, and a bit of good old-fashioned trickery. Directed by Robert Hamer, best known for Kind Hearts and Coronets. This classic comedy is based on the Lifemanship books by Stephen Potter, which were essentially tongue-in-cheek guides to getting ahead in life by, well, not exactly playing fair. And let's be honest, who doesn't love a good underdog story?
Mr. Potter?
Hello. You're late.
So, what's the deal with School for Scoundrels? Why does it still hold up over 60 years later? And how did it bring together some of the finest British comedic talent of the era? We begin with Henry Palfrey, played by the ever-charming Ian Carmichael. Henry is the very definition of a pushover. He runs a small family business in London, but his employees, especially his senior clerk Gloatbridge, walk all over him.
Here's the morning's business, sir, which I had ready on your desk at 9 o'clock.
He's also completely smitten with the lovely April Smith, played by Jeanette Scott, but there's just one problem. He's got competition. Enter Raymond Delaunay, played by Terry Thomas in full mustachioed, gap-toothed glory. If ever there was an actor born to play a suave but utterly insufferable cad, it's Terry Thomas.
Ah, splendid. Shall I order for all of us?
Delaunay is everything Palfrey isn't: confident, charming, and effortlessly cool. And worst of all, he knows it. From the moment Delaunay crashes Palfrey's dinner date with April, it's clear who's in charge.
It's really quite all right for a friendly game. You mustn't let her buy anything like that to deprive April of the pleasure of seeing you play.
Palfrey can't catch a break. He gets swindled into buying a clapped-out old banger of a car from two delightfully dodgy dealers.
Make the check out to bearer, if you don't mind.
And please don't cross it, sir. It confuses our books.
He gets humiliated in a so-called friendly tennis match. And April? She's clearly more impressed by Delaunay's confidence than Palfrey's bumbling attempts at chivalry. At this point, most of us would probably accept our fate, but not Henry. Instead, he heads off to Yeovil to enroll in the College of Lifemanship, where he meets the institution's enigmatic headmaster, Mr. S. Potter.
I'm a failure.
No. That could be serious. Now let's begin at the beginning.
Played by none other than Alastair Sim. Now, if you know anything about Alastair Sim, you know he's one of Britain's greatest character actors. His performance as the sly yet oddly dignified Potter is an absolute joy. With his dry wit and mischievous twinkle, he teaches Palfrey the art of being one-up on everyone around him. And honestly, the lessons are hilarious.
I hope you notice that I do not stand hovering over you with a pen ready whenever I want you to sign a document in my favour.
Palfrey studies everything from psychological tricks to social manipulation. He learns how to undermine authority, outmaneuver rivals, and even turn a tennis match into an elaborate exercise in mind games.
How would tomorrow evening suit?
That's fine, Mr. Palfrey. Fine. You're ready to move on to the next class.
And once he graduates, it's time for the ultimate test, putting his new skills to use in the real world. And this is where the film really shines. We get to see Palfrey turn the tables on all the people who made a fool of him. First, he returns to the dodgy car dealers.
Well, now, I reckon that car's practically priceless.
I said to Dunstan, didn't I, Dunstan? I said, I'd like Mr. Palfrey to have that car.
And cons them into taking back the wreck they sold him. Except this time, they pay him.
New car and 100 guineas will be near the mark.
It's a deal.
Don't rush me. I shall probably finish up by doing something I regret.
Then, he strolls back into his own office, puts Gloatbridge in his place with some clever business bluffing.
Just get me last year's as well, would you? A slight addition. Just check that total for me, would you, please?
And suddenly, his staff are treating him with newfound respect.
We'll go into that little matter in great detail tomorrow.
Yes, of course, Mr. Henry, certainly. Anything you wish.
Morning, sir.
And finally, it's time for the big showdown. Palfrey versus Delaunay, round 2.
What a beautiful day.
For Pete's sake, hurry up. We're late for April.
I've forgotten something.
What?
My shoes. I won't be a moment.
A rematch on the tennis court. But this time, Henry has a whole new set of tricks up his sleeve, using every ploy in the book. Literally, he flusters and frustrates Delaunay to the point of total collapse.
You're playing much better today, Henry. What was the score?
Oh, just one said to me. Didn't have time for any more.
And April? She's finally impressed. But just when we think Palfrey has mastered the game, the film throws in one last twist. Back at his apartment, he tries to use his newfound confidence to win April, but something doesn't feel right. The man who's learned every trick in the book suddenly realizes that maybe, just maybe, honesty is better than manipulation. He confesses everything to April, admitting that he's been playing games to impress her, and rather than being angry, she sees the real Henry Palfrey, the one who actually cares about her, not just about winning.
Oh, Henry. I love you too.
Cue Alastair Sim's legendary fourth wall breaking moment. Looking straight into the camera, utterly disgusted, he apologises to the audience for his students' failure to use his teachings to their full potential.
I do apologise. Events seem to have taken a most unfortunate turn.
And just like that, the film leaves us with a perfect blend of satire and sincerity. Let's talk about why School for Scoundrels is such a gem.
Proceed into the outside world, there to cross swords.
First, the cast. Ian Carmichael was brilliant at playing the well-meaning underdog.
Table for two. Sorry, no table's free. Good evening, my lady.
And Terry Thomas, well, he's the ultimate charming villain.
Well, you can't expect Miss Smith to hang around all day, can you?
Add in Alastair Sim's impeccable comedic timing.
Before we go any further, I think I ought to mention the little matter of fees.
And you've got a trio that's hard to beat. Then there's the script. The film captures Stephen Potter's satirical tone perfectly, showing us just how ridiculous social games can be, while also making us root for Henry every step of the way.
I do wish you'd swap rackets. I'm perfectly happy with what I've got.
No, I insist.
And let's not forget the visual style. Shot primarily in London and the Somerset town of Yeovil, the film has that crisp, classic British look, polished yet effortlessly charming. The tennis club scenes, the bustling London office, the shady used car lot, they all add to the film's timeless appeal. Upon its release, School for Scoundrels was a hit with audiences and critics alike. People loved its sharp humour, the stellar performances, and the way it took a cheeky jab at the idea of social climbing. Over the years, it's remained a cult favourite, with its influence seen in everything from Yes, Minister to The Office. So why does it still work today? Simple. Because we all know a Henry Palfrey. We've all felt outmatched by a Raymond Delaunay. And let's be honest, we've all secretly wished there was a real College of Lifemanship we could enrol in. At the end of the day, School for Scoundrels isn't just a comedy about trickery. It's a reminder that while confidence and cleverness can take you far, sometimes the best move of all is just being yourself. So, have you seen School for Scoundrels? Do you think Henry made the right choice in the end? And would you enroll in the College of Lifemanship if it were real? Let's discuss in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into classic British cinema, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more. See you next time.
Pull yourself together, Palfrey.
Forgive me, I must get back to Yeovil.